Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next New Earth Teachings webcast. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. And of course, we have another exciting webcast that we're going to get into here in just a couple of moments. First thing, we're just going to go through some announcements, and then we're going to get started with a guided meditation. Then we'll be doing some healing requests, and then we'll be going on into some Q&A as well, too. So we'll go ahead and get started here with the first one. Beautiful, sacred geometrical clothing, apparel, and accessories imbued with spirit source energy to heal, rejuvenate, detoxify, and strengthen the body. Shop now at healingcodeshop.com. Okay, so that is healingcodeshop.com. Again, that's where the t-shirts, the caps, all the great apparel is, so you can check that out. And of course, announcement for the Healing Code cards is that the Healing Code cards Mind Deck is going to be launching on October 14th. It was originally going to be launching today, but I still have a little bit of extra work to do on it. It's nearly there. Everything is pretty much ready to go. I'm just going to be updating the website, and I'm doing some work on the instruction booklet for it as well, too. So that is just some of the finishing touches on it. So it is going to be officially launching here on October 14th, the Mind Deck Digital Edition. All right. So with the digital edition coming out, a lot of the funds that are going towards people purchasing the Mind Deck will be going towards the first order of getting the printed edition of the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck ready to go. And I'm looking to release the printed version of the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck sometime in January. All right. But the digital edition will be ready to go, so because it takes 3 months for all the printing and the shipping to come to me to get the printed edition ready to go. But at the start of the new year, 2021, we should have the Mind Deck printed edition ready. But in the meantime, October 14th, you guys can enjoy the digital edition. And when you do have the digital edition, like I said, if you have a printer, just get some photo paper and get 4-inch by 6-inch cards of photo paper and just start printing out the cards that way, and you can use them and they can be just as effective. All right, so that is a recommendation even for those of you who have the body deck in the digital edition as well too. Just get a printer that does good quality printing, or go to a print shop, right? Make sure they print it out by 4 by 6 cards, and you can use the healing cards that way if you don't want to use them on your phone or tablet or computer. All right. So again, October 14th, Mind Deck will be coming. And a reminder that there is a free drawing for the Healing Code cards. It's going to be happening on October 29th, and announcement will be done on October 30th to win a free Healing Code cards body deck. Okay, so there'll be 2 winners for that drawing. So to enter, just go to facebook.com/healingcodecards. Already got a lot of commenters on it already, so it's going to be an awesome drawing. And I'm looking forward to the 29th and sending 2 Healing Code card body decks to 2 free winners. So looking forward to that. So go ahead and check that out, facebook.com/healingcodecards. And the final announcement is Adronis Galactic Humans. This is our next webinar. That's coming up on Sunday, October 25th, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Open Q&A with Adronis will be happening on Zoom. To register, go to newearthteachings.com. Registration is $4.99. Again, the funds are going towards the Mind Deck. So again, this is a really, really interesting one. Humanity's future among the stars, where basically Adronis is going to share perspective about where humanity is going, giving the momentum of energies of how humanity is going to become a galactic race, and what are going to be some of the steps that they're going to take in becoming a galactic society, how their training is going to go, kind of mentorship in that particular way, and helping to work together with other civilizations. It's going to be really, really amazing to hear this. So again, Adronis Galactic Humans, Humanity's Future Among the Stars, happening Sunday, October 25th. And again, to register, just go to newearthteachings.com. You'll see this poster, click on the poster, and you'll be taken to the registration page. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started with New Earth Teachings webcast today. First thing we're going to do is a new meditation, right? Usually when I do the opening meditations, we work together with the earth and we start working with the chakra centers and calibrating them. But this one is going to be different. I thought I would try something new for you guys today, okay, for this episode. And hello, everybody. Thank you very much for being on the chat. Good to see you all here today as well, wherever you are in the world. So what we're going to do right now in this meditation is we're going to do a stillness meditation. Okay, we're going to work on our stillness. We're going to work on bringing in love energy within ourselves, and we're going to work with that love energy to coil ourselves upwards, going past the body principle, going past the mind principle, and simply coming into the stillness and silence of spirit. Okay? So it's a very, very different kind of meditation today, but one that is very, very beneficial. All right? Helping you to get out of the body, getting out of the mind, getting out of your identity, getting out of your personality, right? Transcending all of that and coming directly into the silence and the stillness of spirit. All right? So the first thing I want you all to do, if you want to follow along with me, okay, is just placing your hands, both hands, upon the heart. Okay, now I want you to feel like that heart is just opening up like a door. Okay, with your hands upon the chest, you're just feeling the heart within your mind like a door, just opening itself up. Okay. As it opens up, just take a deep breath in, deep breath out. All right. And through that door, I want you to feel like there is a positive feeling, a positive thought, some form of positive energy that's now just coming through that door. Maybe it's a light, maybe it's an image, maybe it's a word, whatever it may be. But I just want you to feel like you're just opening up that heart door and you're just feeling this positive energy flowing through. Light, image, word, anything of that nature, okay? And I just want you to feel that energy coming through the door, and it's now coming into the physical heart, okay? And you're just putting all of that positive energy, that loving energy, directly into your heart. And just feel that energy just streaming. If it's a word, make it the biggest word that you can see, right? Make it fill it with radiant light, right? If it's an image, let that image be luminescent. Let it enrich yourself with that pure light, right? And you're just putting that inside your heart. So we're just opening up this door to the heart. It's flowing in, and it's coming into the physical heart, okay? So we're just feeling that now. Whatever it is, let positivity take over. Let love energy take over here. And as you're filling that energy into your heart, let's take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And one more time, deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right. And just continuing to fill the physical heart up with this energy from the heart doorway, coming directly into the physical heart. And let yourself smile. Let yourself feel good with this wonderful feeling, with this positive feeling, with this feeling of pure love. And now that all of that love energy is coming into your heart, I want you to imagine like there is a spiral, kind of like if you're unfolding a spring, right? You're seeing this coiling spiral moving upwards, all right? And it basically just moves up all the way up into the heavens, okay? Now, we are not going to physically climb this spiral. We're going to let the love energy that we have put into our heart ascend us up this coil, right? It's going to uplift us. It's going to escalate us up through this coil, okay? So with your hands upon the center of your heart, you are now just telling the heart, send me to spirit, send me to God, okay? And now you're just feeling like a coil effect, like you're just moving up a coil, okay? So you're moving up now past the physical dimension. You're moving up now past the astral realm, past the astral plane. You're moving up past the causal realm, the causal plane. And again, you're just spiraling upwards. And as you continue to spiral upwards, feel your thoughts becoming less. Feel your personality becoming less. Feel your identity becoming less. Feel the sense of self becoming less as you spiral all the way up past the mind dimensions, all the way past the planes of mind. Should there be any thoughts within your mind, just let them float by. Give them no attention. Give them no attachment. Let them pass through. Like a cloud that passes across the sky. Just let it drift. And now you're moving up into that void. You're moving now into the silence. You're moving now into stillness. And so now what I want you to do is just getting yourself into a neutral position where there's no strain within the body, other than the idea of just keeping your spine erect. Okay, but the rest of your body is just relaxing. All right, and I just want you to feel yourself becoming still. Becoming completely still. And there are two ways that we can do this. The first option is you can do this with open eyes. Okay, you can transfix your eyes upon a focal point and just staring at that focal point without moving. Second option is just to close your eyes and just to slowly follow your breath, or to pick up on a distant sound within your space. For example, if you may hear a bird chirping in the background, you're simply transfixed on that focus of the bird. So you decide whatever you choose to do, either open-eyed or closed-eyed. I prefer quite commonly the closed eyes. And right now we're just going to go into a minute of silence, a minute of stillness, beginning now. And taking a slow, deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. And just slowly coming back into the body now. Feel free to move your fingers, rotate your shoulders if you like. Start to make fists with your toes. Okay, fluttering the eyes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and return. Okay? So that is a very simple stillness meditation practice. Now, why have I recommended that? Stillness meditation is pretty much one of the most powerful meditations there is, right? Many people have talked about silent teachings, right? When you start to make your body completely still, it's almost like you're looking at yourself as a granite statue, all right? Some people have said, oh, Brad, that's impossible to do. No, guys, I've done it. I was just doing it there for a minute, okay? What you're doing is you're just making yourself completely still as possible. And as you have that physical stillness, it reciprocates with your own inner stillness, okay? And you're basically going right to spirit. You're going right into the void. Like I said, all you're doing is you're putting your focus. If you're open-eyed, you find a focal point, and you just stare at that, okay? Now you have your eyes closed, and you're focusing on a distant sound, or you may be focusing on your breath, okay? And you're just staying there. And of course, what's important is smiling, even if it's a smirk, right? You're just feeling that love. That love is transcending you past the physical realm, the astral realm, the causal realm, all planes of the mind, right? The mind is completely being transcended as you go up this coil, right? And the love energy is taking you there, because that love energy is the energy of God, right? So we're going into that quiet space. We're going into that space of silence and stillness in the void. So the more that you practice this is actually what allows people to receive universal knowledge in the greatest capacity, okay? By doing this once a day, I would say doing it for about 10 to 15 minutes if you can, all right? If you can only manage 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or anything of that nature, that's fine. But just keep working with it. Keep working with it every single day, and just attempt to keep your body very, very still. Okay, the only part that has a little bit of tension is with your spine. All right, you're keeping your spine nice and straight. The rest of you is basically just in a state of very, very soft relaxation. All right, and you're just fixing your gaze or keeping your eyes closed and focusing on that distant sound or concentrating on your breath. Okay, and you'll notice that as you go into a lot more stillness, the breath starts to recede. Right, it becomes very, very slow. The heart rate starts to slow down a lot more. Your rhythm starts to move into a slower pace. And what you're actually doing is you are being reciprocative to the natural flow and balancing equilibrium of the universe. Right? And this is how people are able to receive a great amount of awareness and knowledge. It's because I do meditations like this all the time. Not always stillness meditations, but just going into the void. Right? I have done stillness meditations in the past, and when you wake up from it, it's like you're just waking up from a beautiful dream. You just feel happy, you feel wonderful, you feel great. But again, I usually do it for about 10 to 15 minutes altogether. So did a 1-minute demonstration today. So again, if you really love those guys, really love the stillness meditation, I recommend continuing to do it. It's very, very simple. You can do it when you're in the shower as well too, right? So exactly what I did this morning. I was in the shower, just completely stood still and just closed my eyes, followed the breath, went up past the mind, went up past the identity, the personality, and came into stillness, right? And like I said, I can't state exactly how beautiful it is, right? You'll figure that out for yourself, but something I highly recommend. Okay, so very good. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to go ahead and work with the live chat. And if you guys have single request healing, distance healing that you would like to share, if you have a request for yourself or a request for another person, just feel free to put that into the live chat. And I will go through the live chat and help you guys as we go through. So right now it's about 1:15, so we'll probably go to about 12:40 for the healing. And then from 12:40 for about 20-30 minutes, we'll go into Q&A as well too, either with myself or with Adronis. All right, so let's go down the list here. This is from Joni. Joni says, "Hi Brad, my husband Jamie had a right shoulder surgery. I'm asking if you could accelerate his recovery." Yes, we can certainly work on him together. Okay, so Joni, you'll be a part of this as well too. Whenever we have a request for another person, that person who's making the request is going to be the medium in between, right, for the request. So Joni, let's get ourselves nice and comfortable, right? Take a moment just to take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, and now Joni, I want you just to go into your mind right now, even if your husband is in the room with you or not, doesn't matter. We're going to work on his hologram, okay? So closing your eyes right now, and I want you just to see the hologram of your husband, okay? He said his name is Jamie, all right? So I want you just to look at Jamie's hologram within your mind. And I want you just to imagine that he's laying down on a bed or laying down on a couch, whatever you prefer, okay? As he's laying down, I want you just to go over to him in your mind, and you're placing your hands upon the center of his chest, okay? As you place your hands upon the center of the chest, you're feeling etheric roots, black etheric roots, coming out of your hands and placing it directly into his chest, okay? And you're taking those roots and you're just wrapping it around, you said his right shoulder, okay? So you're just wrapping it around his right shoulder right now, okay? And I want you just to envision within your mind black liquid around the area of the right shoulder, all right? That's causing him discomfort, that's causing him pain, aches, sores, etc., okay? Before we extract that black liquid, what we say now is to Jamie's hologram, do I have permission to perform healing work on you, okay? We're going to continue to proceed as if the answer is yes, but again, it's just a good thing to ask that because it's basically courteous to the spirit of your husband, okay? So again, you know, nine times out of 10, body is very, very reciprocative to any healing that comes through, okay? So again, now that we have asked that question, you're now going to see those black etheric roots just wrapping around the right shoulder of Jamie, okay? And you're seeing that black liquid there. And now I just want you to feel those black etheric roots absorbing all of the black liquid energy out of his shoulder. Okay, and it's coming directly into your hands. So you're all seeing this in your mind. You're working with his hologram, and all of those black liquid debris is being sucked up through the roots and is being contained directly into the hands. Okay, so I'll just give you a moment as you do this now. Okay, so Jamie, now that you have put all of that energy in your hands, I will go ahead and connect with Spirit, and we'll clear out the debris from your husband's shoulder, okay? Let me just see if I can remember your husband's name. Right, so it's Jamie. Okay, Joni and Jamie. All right, here we go. I command God, Spirit, Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within Joni's hands from her husband Jamie's right shoulder, lifting all of that dense energy out of her hands from her husband's body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. All right. Now, Jamie, if you notice that Joni, if you notice that there is any debris within your hands, what you're going to do is you're just going to call in spirit light, okay, white spirit light, and you're just imagining this white spirit light is just wrapping itself all around your hands, right to the wrists, okay? And you're just washing your hands like this, okay? Just like you're at the sink. Okay, you're washing your hands with the spirit light. Once you give it a wash, shake it out. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And now that's just preventing any of that debris coming into your energy field as well too. Okay? So again, keep an eye on your husband. What I would also suggest that he does some love practices as well too. Now that we cleared that debris out of his right shoulder, we want to integrate love energy directly into his shoulder as well too, as that brings harmonious equilibrium on an energetic level. So tell him to think of a positive thought, a positive feeling, just like you did with the stillness meditation, okay? You brought the love energy, and it's coiling you upwards, okay? And you're just clearing all that debris off yourself, making sure you don't have any of that debris in your energy field as well, okay? And blessings to him, blessings to you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go down the list here a bit more. All right. Okay. Yes, the healing code cards definitely work, guys. I mean, I use them myself, so they work on me. They're working on a lot of other people that I'm connecting with as well. Okay, right. I'm just reading up comments here, guys. Just give me a minute, just looking to see if there's any more healing requests. Okay. Okay, so guys, if you do have a healing request, make sure you let me know what it is you want me to work on, right? If you say, oh, I love a healing request, thanks. Well, no, you got to go into some details, guys. What is it that you want a healing request of? Because we have a single request thing here, okay? So if you have a request, please make sure you state what it is that you would like me to work on for you, okay? One thing. Okay. Here's one from Wild Sense. Wild Sense says, hi, Brad. Please help me heal something in my throat. A lump-like feeling. Okay. Well, I've had those as well, too. That's why sometimes I've cleared my throat, right? Basically, we just want to keep an eye on the thyroid. We want to work with our thyroid. We want to work with our vocal cords as well, too. We want to work with the pharynx, the larynx as well, too, right? So we can basically target that entire area, okay, between the thyroid and up into the area of the neck, all right? And if there's any debris there. So Wild Sense, what I'd like you to do right now is just taking your hands, placing upon the center of your chest, okay, feeling black etheric roots coming out through your hands, putting it upon the center of your chest, and wrapping all of the black etheric roots around your throat, okay? So wherever you feel that lump, but you're also connecting it to the thyroid gland and up around the area of the entire throat, okay? Now, before you do anything else, we're again doing an apologetic affirmation to the body, okay? So again, that apologetic affirmation is very simple. It's like, I apologize to my body for being neglectful regarding the condition of my throat. I ask for my body's forgiveness, as well as my body's assistance to help clear the throat and bring it back into perfect harmony. Okay? Once we do that, body is very easily forgiving. So now it's going to relinquish all of that black liquid energy debris contained inside the throat. Okay, so with all of those black etheric roots wrapped around the throat, wild sense, I want you to see the black liquid, right? So you can see the black liquid around that feeling of a lump, and you're seeing black liquid around the area of the throat as well too, going down to the thyroid, right? And I want you just to feel like all those roots are now absorbing it, sucking it up, right? Just like a root of a plant would absorb water, okay? These roots are now absorbing that black liquid, and it's going right into your hands, and your hands are acting as the collectors, okay? So you're putting all of that black liquid energy into the hands, and I'll give you a moment to do that now. Okay, so wild sense, now that you have done that, having your hands upon the center of your chest, having all of that black liquid energy debris there, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and I will go ahead now and connect with Spirit. I command God's Spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within Wild Sense's hands, lifting all of that energy from Wild Sense's hands beyond their body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so wild sense, love reinforcement. Okay, so we want to work with love reinforcement, putting that love energy directly into the throat as well too, just like you did within the stillness meditation, just like you can do with the BCR technique. Okay, we're just putting a lot of that love energy into our throat. It's soothing our throat, it's repairing our throat. And once we have that love energy coming in, right, you just see it like light. Light is just coming directly into your throat. It can be any color you wish, whatever you feel represents powerful healing light to you, or spirit light, okay? Usually I just say white light or golden light or anything of that nature. You're putting it into your throat, and you can even command the love energy, all right? Love energy, heal up the throat, correct any forms of abnormalities in the throat, let it be done, okay? And it responds to you like a servant, like a genie, all right? That's what's so great about love energy. It's so amazing, so perfect, and it will respond to you without any hesitation, okay? Thank you, Wild Sense. Okay, this one is from Suzette. Suzette says, "Hi, Brad. I would love some healing for my thyroid and reproductive system." Well, that's two things, Suzette, so we'll have to work with one of them, okay? Again, just a single request, guys. Single request, okay? So Suzette will work with your thyroid today as well, too. Now, if you do require some help with your reproductive system, drop me an email, okay? info@newearthteachings.org. Okay, that's info@newearthteachings.org. All right, you can email me if you want. If there's other areas as well too that you want to have worked on, then we can do a session as well too. If it's something that's very urgent, then of course you can email me. All right, I'm happy to do some work with you guys. If it's something simple, if it's something a little bit more complex, then yeah, we'll probably have to do a session around it. Okay. So yes, we'll work on your thyroid for now. Okay, Suzette. So Suzette, same thing, just in regards to what I did with Wild Sense. All right. Taking your hands, placing it upon the center of your chest, taking out the etheric roots, the black etheric roots, wrapping it around the thyroid gland, okay? As we are doing that with the thyroid gland now, we're now just going to go into the body, and we're doing the apologetic affirmation, all right? I apologize to my body for being neglectful regarding the condition of my thyroid gland. I ask for my body's forgiveness and for my body's assistance to help clear all of the debris out of the thyroid gland and bring it back into perfect harmony. Okay? So once we have done that apologetic affirmation, we're now feeling all of that black liquid around the thyroid gland being pulled out, okay, like a root absorbing water. We're feeling all of that energy being absorbed directly into our hands, just exactly what you saw me do with Wild Sense, okay? So I'll give you a moment now just to put all of that black liquid energy into the hands, okay? Okay, very good. Thank you, Suzette. So now we're going to go ahead and relinquish that energy. So it's Suzette taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, I will now connect with Spirit. I command God's Spirit Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge and neutralize all of the black liquid dense energy contained within Suzette's hands from her thyroid, lifting all of that energy up out of her body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. So Suzette, drink some water. All right, let me know how you feel afterwards as well. Put some love energy into your body, just like I suggested with Wild Sense as well too. Okay. Okay, guys, we'll do about 2 more, and then we're going to do a group one for everybody as well too. Right. So, but I do like to work with people personally. I think it helps a lot more when I find out what their personal condition is and working with them one-to-one. It always feels the most transformative. Okay, Crystal B. Don says, I'm at the end of a lifetime of addiction tendencies, and any help would be so incredibly helpful. Now, basically what I can do for you, Crystal, is we can put some supportive spirit vitality energy around you. Now, I talked about this last week when other people have had certain things with emotions, sometimes illusions, addictions, traumas in that way. It's not something that can be relinquished through the idea of spirit healing, right, in this particular way. But basically support energy comes in. Now basically I would need to talk to that particular person and just finding out what you're going through and then helping you through the process. So whether that's through the black ball technique, whether that's through BCR technique, whether that's through EQ method or anything of that nature, I would need to talk to you. All right, I would need to look into what you're going through and then we can work on it together. And that again can be the assistance, should you require it, available to you. But really through this, we're just doing single requests, okay? So basically what I can do for you, Crystal, is just putting supportive love energy around you, strengthening the support, strengthening your resolve, kind of giving you a boost in willpower in that way, okay? That's really what I can do for a single request. So if that's okay, we'll go ahead and we'll do that now. So Crystal, just placing your hands upon the center of your chest, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. And now I will connect with Spirit Light. I command God's Spirit Light to completely shroud Crystal's body entirely with loving, supportive, healing codes placed directly into her aura and into her vital body, increasing her resolve of willpower, increasing her strength, increasing her courage, bringing about great support from her heavenly connections, from her angels, and all supporters within her field, to completely relinquish all forms of addictions, bringing her into greater strength, transcending past them all, through this loving, supporting energy that shrouds her auric field now through the healing codes. Apply. Okay, Crystal, deep breath in, deep breath out. So Crystal, if you have the means right now, it'd be good just to kind of take a few minutes out of your day, find a nice spot where you can sit, and just meditate on that for a few minutes. Okay, I just want you to meditate on the healing codes that are in your aura right now, that are in your vitality field. I also want you to meditate on your strength and on your courage, as well as your willpower. Okay, giving yourself at least a good 10 minutes to go ahead and do that meditation if you have the means to do that now. Okay, if you have to do it later, but see if you have some time to do it today, okay? And that will help you a lot more in rectifying more of those addictions. But again, if you need more additional help, just contact me through email, info@newearthteachings.org, okay? Thank you very much. All right. So we'll take one more healing request, and then we're going to do a group healing. Okay, here's one from... Okay, this one's from Miriam. Miriam, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Miriam Vanderwall. Okay. Said, hello, Brad. Holland here. Please help me here. Heal my throat chakra. It hurts in my jaws, ears, and throat. Okay. So it basically is one source, but you say it's reciprocating in other areas. Okay. So we'll work on the throat chakra, but we're basically just going to work on the throat. You're the third person now regarding the throat issues. I mean, this is kind of reciprocative of me because I've had throat issues as well too. Just for a physical thing, guys, if you want to work on stuff, work on your physical body, work with iodine, okay? Just 1 drop of iodine in a glass of water, all right? And just sip it down and just have 1 drop of iodine in your glass of water every single day. Now, some people may ask me, Brad, what's this brand you got here? This one is Trophic, Trophic. It's Canadian, of course. I think it's Canadian. Liquid iodine. So it's just called Trophic liquid iodine. Okay, let's see if I can hold that up so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's a little blurry. Trophic liquid iodine. Okay. I just put 1 drop of iodine in a glass of water right here. All right. And I sip it through. And it helps as well too. But of course, the work comes through a lot of the love energy a lot more. All right. Okay, so Miriam, we will go ahead and work on your throat condition. All right. So same thing as before. All right. Placing your hands upon the center of your chest, feeling those black etheric roots coming out, wrapping around the throat chakra, wrapping around the entire throat. Okay, so just wrapping all the way up here. And additionally, if you want to put some more roots up around the area of the jaw, if you're saying that your jaw was hurting, and your ears and your throat. Okay, so we can just wrap around the black etheric roots there as well too. So what do we do next, guys? Well, we do the apologetic affirmation. Okay, so Miriam, you're doing that now. Okay, apologizing to your body. I apologize to my body. I apologize to my throat for being neglectful regarding this condition. I ask for my throat, and my body's forgiveness and my body's assistance to clear this completely and bring my throat and surrounding areas into perfect harmony. Okay. As we do that, body forgives you. Now we can start going to work. All right. So now I want you to see all the black liquid around the throat chakra. Okay. You may also start to notice black liquid coming around here, the jaw and the ears as well too. Okay. This may be something like an infection as well too. So we're really concentrating on the thyroid. We can concentrate on the chakra, but we want to have the physical representation here, okay? So with the thyroid, around the pharynx, around the larynx, and around the jaw and the ears, okay? And now we're seeing all that black liquid around that area becoming completely absorbed directly into the hands, okay? So I'll give you a moment now, Miriam, to go ahead and absorb that energy into your hands. Okay, Miriam, now that you have gone ahead and done that, I will now connect with Spirit Light and we'll clear that debris out. I command God's Spirit Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy in Miriam's hands from her throat chakra, and from around the jaw and ears altogether, purging that energy entirely out of her body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so Miriam, look into the iodine. If you have some iodine as well too. But most importantly, work with the love energy, okay? Putting lots of love energy into you and helping to clear out the area of the throat. And I know how sometimes these things can go away and come back. That certainly happened with my case with the throat. There's days where it's feeling great. There's days where it's not so great. Sometimes it's emotional attachments as well too, right? We got to work on those as well, just as I have with myself. So thank you very much, Miriam, for your request, and hope you do well. All right, thank you. Okay, guys, we're going to now do a group healing. Okay, so this is for everybody, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on recording. Doesn't matter, you can do it. Okay, so let's place our hands upon the center of our chest. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and I want you to give yourself a scan, right? So it's like you're imagining this green beam is just coming down your body, and you're just giving yourself a scan, all right? I want you to choose one spot, one particular area of your body that you feel you want to relinquish any dense energy into, okay? So now that you have found that particular spot, with your hands here, feeling the etheric roots, the black etheric roots coming out of the hands and reaching into that area of the body, wrapping around that area of the body, where you feel that discomfort is, that dense energy. Okay. What do we do, guys? We do apologetic affirmation. Okay. I apologize to this area of my body for being neglectful regarding this condition. I ask for my body's forgiveness as well as my body's assistance to help rectify this issue and bring it back into perfect harmony. Okay? We want to talk to our bodies, guys. The more we talk to our bodies, the more we're going to experience miraculous things happen. Okay? So now that you have that, you're feeling the roots now absorbing all of that black liquid, dense energy, putting it directly into your hands, feeling it being sucked up, absorbed into the hands. I'll give you guys a minute to do that now. Okay, so now that you're absorbing all of that black liquid, dense energy in your hands, just keep it there. And I will now go ahead and connect with Spirit and relinquish that energy. I command God's Spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within the hands of every single viewer that is watching this video now, be it live or through recording. Purging all of that black liquid dense energy from their hands, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. So for those of you who just had your healing done, okay, previously, or if you've already finished your group healing, if you've already participated with that group healing right now, in the live chat, I just want you to answer a simple question, all right? Did you feel that black liquid dense energy leave your hands when I snapped the finger, okay? And you can just answer yes or no, okay? If you've done the healing, if I've already done healing work with you previously, right, today, go ahead and just answer that as well too. Because I do want to share this with people, saying, hey guys, this is a real thing. When you work with spirit light energy, you can do this, right? And you can help to heal yourself, all right? So if you guys want to provide the yes or the no for that, that too will be very, very helpful, okay? So again, I know there's still a few more healing requests as well too. Yes, okay. Cultivating in Northern Michigan says yes. Great. Karen Wentz says yes. Great. Excellent, guys. I'm glad this is working well for you. I'm glad that you're in that great open mentality as well too, to receive that energy as well. Maria says yes as well too. Great. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Mayra. Coyote Heart Artist Wayshower says, no, hands feel really heavy right now. Okay, so Coyote, if you're feeling your hands are really heavy right now, you got to let that energy go, okay? Now, this is basically what happens, and this happens with an odd person as well, too, every now and then, is that we have that energy there, but the thing is we're not forgiving it, right? We're not allowing that energy to be lifted, okay? We have to kind of cut the cords with all the things that we're ready to relinquish. If in any particular way you're still holding on to it, that dense energy still holds on to it, okay? So we want to make sure that we cut the cords. Now, Coyote, if you need some more help, contact me, okay? info@newearthteachings.org. I think I did a healing on you last week, all right? So contact me if you need some help, okay? Okay, Helena, yes. Miriam, yes. Crystal, yes. Ninon says not all. Okay, so if there's some residual stuff in there, Ninon, same thing. Some things we have to let go of, okay? See, the funny thing is that some people hold on to any particular forms of impairments or conditions within themselves as a state of identity, right? Spirit won't touch that if you're still holding on to it. Okay, if you say, no, this is still something that I need to do, I still feel I deserve this, then Spirit won't touch that. Spirit is only going to clear away what is kind of open in the air within yourself, all right? So you're relinquishing it, you've cut the cord, it's now like a helium balloon, it can be collected, and it can be put back into source, okay? So if you guys have problems with that, you guys can contact me, right? I can't force those things out of you. Neither can Spirit, right? That's your job, all right? So again, email me if you need some more help, okay? Yes, okay, great. So now we're going to go ahead and move on into Q&A. Thank you again, everybody, for your healing requests. So we'll go into questions and answers right now. Let me just kind of scroll up to the top of the list here. So I think there was one question up here earlier. Okay. This is actually an earlier question from Crystal. It says, I've done meditations where I feel love and bliss state, but other times not. It is important to feel that love in order for it to be effective, for healing, example. Or can just saying I love work? Well, you want to really genuinely feel the love, right? You don't just say I love you and there's no love there, right? You have to make sure that your body is being filled with this love energy, right? You have to open yourself up. So what's one of the most effective ways to open yourselves up, guys? Deep breathing, okay? That's why the B in BCR starts off with breath work, okay? I want you to fill your lungs as completely full as you can, okay? Hold it for a second and release, emptying them completely. Again, release. Okay? If you have to do it through your mouth, you do it through your mouth. You do it through your nose, you do it through your nose. Whatever it is, you're filling your lungs full. You're holding it in for a second. You're releasing, evacuating it completely, okay? Breath work is the number one way for you to open yourself up, to open up all of your channels, to open up all of your gateways, to open up all of your meridians. Everything gets opened up, okay? Now, when you're breathing in, when you have that inhale coming in, you're breathing in all the way down to the bottom of your feet, okay? I want you to give full body oxygenation, okay? This is where we're really going deep into breath work, okay? So, and when I'm breathing in, I'm feeling that energy going all the way down to the bottom of my feet, right? I hold it in for a second, I relinquish, I let it out, okay? And I'm feeling all of that dense energy being purged out through my breath. Now you can do this very slowly as well too, okay? 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Deep oxygenation. Oxygenate every single cell in your body. And you keep doing this, all right? You're going to keep breathing. You got to breathe to live, right? So now you're doing the full deep breathing. You're doing deep cleansing breaths, and you're sending that oxygen all the way down to the bottom of your feet, not just to your abdomen, okay? Bottom of your feet. You're feeling that. And it's like I'm pulling all of that oxygen up out of my feet, up into the throat, up out the mouth, and I'm clearing away all that stagnant energy, okay? Full body oxygenation. This opens us up. We keep doing this more and more. Repetition, 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 okay? We open ourselves up like a blossoming flower now. We're feeling calm, right? Maybe we do this 15 times, 20 times, 25 times, okay? Now we go back into natural breathing. We're feeling calmness. We're feeling really, really good inside. We've given our body oxygen. We've given our body chi. We've given it life force. Now it's opened up. Now we can start working through calmness. Now we can go into positive reinforcement. Now we can start bringing the love energy, okay? Don't fake the love, okay? Some people do this. So I ask the person, how are you feeling? Oh, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, bullshit. Right? I catch that, right? There's times too where people give me the fake smile, okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Good. No. Can tell right away. You're sad, you're miserable, you're upset, right? Don't try the fake smile on me. I can see it a mile away, all right? I've seen clients do that when I've talked to them. Yeah, I'm doing good, Brad. I'm doing okay. No, you're not. I can see right through you like a mirror, all right? So you want to make sure that when you are generally bringing in love energy, you're authentically feeling it, all right? I want you to get happy. You have to convince yourself, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be loving. I deserve to have joy and bliss in my life, okay? More focus on your positivity, on your love, on your happiness, on your joy than anything else, okay? That has got to be 99.9% of your day. A lot of positive energy. Anything negative, you got the TC technique. You're catching it like a net, right? And sometimes we forget. I understand that. Sometimes I've forgotten. But nonetheless, we are encouraging ourselves. We have to create reminders. We have to write it on our hand. Right? We got to write it on a little sticky note and put it on our wall. We make sure that we're working with positive reinforcement. We're working with that love energy. If we get triggered, we are working with the TC technique. Okay? If you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about, you go and you check out the BCR and TC technique videos. Okay? There's 3 of them. So I'd suggest watching all 3. Okay? Give yourself time. This is important. This is for yourself. What's more important than you? Right? What's more important than anybody else, any other soul? Nothing is more important than a soul. All right? So take good care of your soul. Thank you, Crystal. Okay, let's go down the list here a bit more. Okay. So I'm just scrolling down some old questions here. Okay. Now, again, if you guys do have any personal concerns, if you're going through any personal issues, okay, what I'm kind of looking for with questions is that they're kind of semi-personal and more general, all right? I want something that kind of is a question that I think will benefit many people, because a lot of people are watching this, okay, or will be watching this later. So if you do have a question that's a little bit more personal, contact me, okay? info@newearthteachings.org. I know some people have some personal questions here, and best just to contact me by email, or if it's something that leads into a bigger issue, private session, okay? Okay, someone is asking, Ninon is asking the point of no return. Okay, Adronis is going to be talking about this, guys. This is going to be coming up in November. I have already talked about the point of no return. Okay, it's on my video. It's on my YouTube channel here. A video is done. You just type in on my YouTube channel, the point of no return, or you can go on YouTube, the search bar, the point of no return, Brad Johnson. Okay, I talk about the point of no return. So she also asks, does the sample healing cards work, steering or printing them? Steering or print? I'm not sure what you mean by steering. I have no idea what that means. But yes, by being able to print them, yes, this is exactly what I talked about in the beginning of the broadcast, is you get photo paper. Okay, guys? Not ordinary print paper. Photo paper. Okay? 4-inch by 6-inch photo paper. Okay? If you have a good quality printer, do not print them out in black and white. They will not work. Okay? They have to be full color quality, as good as a photograph. Okay? This is why we use photo paper. It's the best quality of paper to get. Okay? So we print it out there. And like I said, if you need to go to a print shop and do it, go ahead and do it. And yes, they work very, very well. Okay? I have little prints here. Let me show you guys. Okay, all of these are on photo paper. Okay, they started out as 4-inch by 6-inch cards. Okay, they're all printed out on photo paper. They work amazing. Okay, and I even printed out the sample cards that are on the website as well too. You can do that. That's why they're called free sample cards. You're not stealing them. It's okay, right? Some people even ask me that too as well regarding the digital cards as well too. Like, oh, Brad, I printed out a couple for my friends. Is that okay? Totally, guys. It's totally okay, right? I'm not concerned about that, all right? With the printed edition, of course, you have one deck. But the digital edition, I'm not saying you need to hand it out to the entire world, but if you have people within your circle that you know need these cards and you're okay with printing them out and sharing it with them, go ahead, right? These are public cards, okay? It's not saying, oh, well, I have my deck, but would it work for my neighbor? Is he a human being? Does he have a soul? Is he living? Then of course it'll work for him, right? So they're both personal and universal at the same time. This is not like working with crystals, guys. When you're working with the healing code cards, this is spirit technology. This is unlike anything else. Okay, these are not crystals. You do not need to clean them. You do not need to polish them, right? You don't need to ground them or anything of that nature. When you work with a healing code card, it is ready to go, right? As long as it's in its good condition here with the card by itself, it's not ripped, it's not torn, it's not faded, or heavily faded, I would say. It's not like you throw this thing in the dryer or something, right? Some people suggest laminating them. Okay, you can laminate them. That's totally cool too, all right? But no, as long as your card's in good shape here, it's not torn or anything of that nature, it works. It's ready to go, ready to go, ready to go, okay? That's how cool this technology is. It's spirit technology, right? So as long as you have a good shape of the cards, you're good to go, and you can use it as many times as you want, right? You can hand this over now to your wife, hand this over to your husband, hand this over to your sister, hand this over to your brother, hand this over to your next door neighbor, hand this over to your mailman, hand this over to your milkman, right? Works for everybody, right? But it is their personal energy that this connects with. That's the power of spirit, all right? Spirit is within the cards, and you can talk to the cards as well, too. For example, the gland enhancer, okay? It works with many of the glands within the body. I basically tell the gland enhancer, work on my thyroid today. 20x amplifier right behind the gland enhancer. Work on my thyroid today. Let it be done. Put it right next to my water. Water charges up after 1 minute. My throat feels like it's in heaven. All right? That's an example. We can talk to it. Okay? My prostate gland is having problems. Gland enhancer. Work on my prostate gland today. 20x amplifier behind you. Let's do it. Okay? It knows exactly what you're saying. You can talk to these. Okay? That's why they're probably the coolest spirit technology there is. You can talk to these cards, and they will work with you on that specific area. Right? Something with the groin, all right? The areas with the testicles, the ovaries. You can talk to it as well too. It'll take care of it for you. All right? Talk to the cards, and they will work for you in that way as well too. That's how amazing they are. All right? It's spirit doing the work, not me. Spirit. I'm just being the commander, so to speak. All right? Thank you for your question, Nino. Question for Adronis from Mikhail? Is it? Which of the channeled beings are of false light? Okay, guys, I'm not touching that stuff. I don't really want to do that. Okay, I'm not doing anything in regards to saying, oh, this being's a false light or this guy's negative. I don't do that stuff anymore. Okay, that doesn't help anybody when you go into that mentality. So, Mikhail, what I would say is that you have to use your own discernment. You do not come to me, you do not come to another person to say who's negative and who's positive. Okay? That is that own particular person's perspective in their own reality. Okay? It's not yours. Right? You have to go into something, and if you say, if this resonates with me, great. If it doesn't resonate with me, I can put it aside. Right? If I'm doing any channeling work, and if I feel that there's an entity there that I feel that I'm not too sure of wanting to work with, then don't give them another thought. Push them aside and say, no, thank you. Be gone. Right? And that's what you do. You have to use your own personal resonance. Okay? What I'm sharing with you is exactly what Adronis would tell you. All right? So if you do not have any trust in any other entity, do not let them in your reality. Let them go. Release them. Okay? You have to be discerning with that. You do not come to me to let yourself know, hey, who's good and who's bad? What about this channel? Or what about that channel? I'm done with that, guys. I'm not doing that. Okay? It's pointless, and it's not about doing that. You have to discern for yourself. Okay? That's my answer to your question. So let's go further down the list here. Okay. So we got one from, I'm going to see if I can pronounce your name right. Eleazar, right? Is that it? Am I getting it right? Brad, was there ever a time long ago, I'm talking many lifetimes ago, when one of us here, watching you, were one part of the soul rebellions, the fallen ones? There is a perspective right now with that. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. How can I put this to really try and bring clarity to you guys? Everything within the universe is you. Okay? You could see yourself as Satan. Okay, you could see yourself as the devil. All right, there's an aspect of you like that. Okay, you could see yourself as a horrendous demon. All right, torturing people, mutilating people, ripping them apart. There's an aspect of you. Now, do you relate to that version? Maybe you don't. So therefore, it does not have to come together within your life in any capacity. But if you are looking for these things throughout the grand, vast universe that there is, through all dimensions, through all realities, through all planes, everything of that nature, it exists. Okay? Nothing unreal exists. What you experience is the real. Okay? When you go off into the dream plane at night, maybe you see yourself as this harsh warrior, as part of the soul rebellions, taking people out in that way. That's a version of you. Okay? Why? Because you're experiencing it. You're relating to it in some way. There's something there that's telling you, oh, I don't like this thing of me, but nonetheless it's there, right? It's kind of like that beast that resides within ourselves. We don't like to think of ourselves in that way, but there's times where that beast comes out. We get angry at a person, we get jealous at a person, we get sad with a person, whatever it is, right? And we feel like something of that nature starts coming out. We don't like to admit that, but every single one of us has it, okay? And it's a hologram. It's a mirror within a mirror within a mirror within a mirror. And so, yes, you'll see aspects of that in the Pleiades and Orion and Sirius and all of that, right? And in different dimensions and in different realities. That's how vast the universe is. You guys are thinking that this is how big the universe is. It's like a little cube. No, it is everywhere. It is everything. It is the microcosm of the macrocosm. All right? If you imagine it, it exists. So, to answer your question, yes, there is a version of me that was part of the soul rebellions, part of the fallen ones, that we could say, right? As I've talked about with the soul rebellions before, of these kind of parasitical entities and demonic energies in that sense. Of course, a version of that within, not just me, but within all of us exists, okay? The universe is you. You are the universe. Everything that resides within the universe is you. The people I'm talking to right now, other versions of me. You guys watching this right now, I'm a version of you, okay? There is the one life. There is the one soul. There is the one son, the one daughter, the one mother, the one father, the one God, okay? Everything comes back to one. But when we look at the all, that is the unraveling of the one, right? And everything that you can imagine, everything that you can perceive, everything that you can experience exists. All right, so I don't know how to make it more simple than that. Hope that brings clarity to you. Thank you. Okay. Cultivating in North of Michigan says, one of your healings on YouTube, remove the invisible spiritual, I'm guessing, deeply embedded knife from my back. Oh, well, good. I'm glad that that's out. And that's not surprising, because I've had a lot of other people who felt that there's actually like astral versions of weapons that are actually impaled into them. And some healers have been able to actually see these weapons. Like if a person has like a dagger in their heart, they're actually astrally pulling out this dagger, and it's like the heart is now in a great state of relief as well too. That can happen. So cultivating, thank you for that. I'm glad that's helping you out. Okay, that does happen, right? Things like that happen. This is exactly why sometimes we get birthmarks, or we have certain marks on our body that can reciprocate that. Some things can be ailments, some things can be weapons, some things can be side effects that can affect our health from actually what is happening to us astrally. Sometimes we put our daggers into ourselves, all right? So yes, that can take place. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, someone's asking about the U.S. and where it's going. Again, guys, in November, Adronis is going to come through. He's going to talk about 2021, the year of transition, and the point of no return. He will be talking about this, all right? I don't want to bring him in right now to talk about this, because this is something that's going to come in November, okay? And again, Adronis has already talked about many of these things before. Just look it up on my YouTube channel, okay? He's given perspective on that in previous webcasts here. He's talked about that, okay? Okay, so yes, cultivating just says knife in your back was there for years. Good, I'm glad. And like I said, I've had people who have felt like injuries have been removed since they were like a little baby, right? They've had like a spear impaled into themselves, and now they're basically taking out that spear. But that spear is also representative of their emotional situations of traumas as well too. Once we clear that out, we can feel like that spear is being removed from ourselves, right? Okay, just going down the list here a bit more. We'll probably take about 2 or 3 more questions. Cultivating in North Michigan also says, will sound that creates light be a part of our immediate future, say in the next decade? Well, that's exactly what reality is, right? It's already here around us, right? For you guys to see me right here is sound coming together that is bringing forth light, okay? The skin, again, is just a certain type of materialized light through sound, right? Sound truly is the patternizer. It's what's patternizing everything together. It's what's giving it a luminous form. If you guys are familiar with like somatics, right? think there's a video on YouTube called The Webs of Maya, where they basically pour sand on this plate and they blast it with a frequency, and now you see sacred geometry, okay? Or if you look at Dr. Emoto's water crystal experiments, okay? Giving positive energy to something and seeing the water crystals reciprocate that positive energy. Well, that again is all part of the power of vibration, of sound frequency, okay? So sound works together through the nature of vibration, right? So it's all around us. Now, basically, I think what you're trying to say, cultivating, is like materialization technology, like technology that will materialize things, kind of like a replicator in Star Trek in that way. There are inventions like that, something similar to that degree, but they're not made public. We still got a ways to go, guys. I don't think we have to wait too longer, but there's a lot of people talking about med beds right now. Okay, in one of my interviews that I did with Spiritually Raw TV, I don't know if it was actually in the video, but Adronis was talking about med beds. Okay, he said there are going to be the beginning phases of med beds coming in starting this decade. Okay. And they're going to be kind of like more sleek versions of medical technology that we have right now, whether it be through X-rays or MRI, and they may start to do a few extra things. But for us to go into the type of med beds that I've talked about is to actually go into like the quantum technology, right? You got to go into quantum technology. It's not just these little things. It's saying, oh, this is an X-ray and an MRI thing all in one. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually working on the quantum level with your body to actually regrow organs, to regenerate organs, to actually reverse age yourself in that way. This is what the quantum technology does. Quantum technology takes care of that. If it's anything else in regards to just these simple digital technologies, I'm not talking about that, right? This is the quantum level. We're going to be getting more into the quantum level this decade, but looking into those types of med beds, could be a couple of decades yet before that comes along, right? But there will be advancements in medical technology where it could be cheaper to get X-rays or cheaper to get MRIs and all that stuff. So a lot of it is just kind of lighter design and a little bit more compact with multiple capabilities in that way. But people want to feel like, I'll just go into a medical bed and I reverse myself 30 years. Not yet, guys. We got to wait a little bit longer for that, okay? But here's the thing. All right. Divine youth body. All right. You guys already know how to do this consciously. All right. I'm working to bring a lot of these capabilities to us publicly by sharing the youth body as well too. You guys can already do that by working with the divine youth body. You guys can do that by working with your consciousness. Technology, again, on a collective level, has to kind of move as slow as a tortoise, right? It's not just going to pop out, because I see a lot of people on Facebook now getting super excited and say, oh my God, we're getting med beds and stuff like that. No, guys, this is not the med beds I'm talking about. Those are simple, just sleek designs for X-ray machines or for MRIs or etc. And like I said, you may have like an all-in-one device, but it'll still be through currently understood medical technology, okay? Those things aren't coming for a while yet. I don't want to burst your bubble about that, but it's going to take a while. Those are deeply classified black project, military technology that they have on ships, that they have in Solar Warden, that they have on Mars, and all of that stuff, right? That is like super duper classified. And Trump and Trump's administration have not even come close to getting to that type of black project revealing yet, okay? They're starting to see things more and more each day, and there's a lot of local technology here that's been under wraps that they're now starting to get introduced to. But no, we have a long way before we're actually getting those things made public. As much of a bummer that is, it's just the way of the collective energy right now, guys, okay? But you can work on that through spirit codes. You can work on that with your inner development, with your inner work. Consciousness can do far more than anything technology can do, okay? Consciousness is paramount, all right? Okay, let's take one more question here. Okay. Yeah, Ron says replicators and medbeds do exist, but currently the only ones who have them are secret space programs of various countries around the globe. Yes, pretty much, Ron. You got it. You're pretty much summing it up there right away. Yes, it's mostly secret space program. It's mostly, if it is under wraps, it's under very, very high classification. Okay. So yes, these technologies do exist. We don't have to reinvent the wheel with these things, but it's going to act like that we've reinvented the wheel with a lot of these particular technologies, with replicators and with medical beds, spacecraft, etc. Okay, it's already there. There's been fleets of ships from Earth that have been in interstellar space since like the 1940s or 1950s. Okay, so Solar Warden started in the 1980s, for example, but there's even earlier campaigns that took place before that as well too. So yes, that is certainly available to us, but like I said, it's going to take a while before that gets disclosed. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's one more question I think would be beneficial for us to work with. I know Sobin says here, Adronis, what role will Ireland and the Irish worldwide play in the Great Awakening, considering the magnetic anomaly that exists there? It's kind of like you're tying in one other topic with another topic. Okay. It's kind of like your question's a little convoluted, Sobin. Okay. Adronis will try and give some perspective on that. Okay. But it's not, you guys have to understand that what we're going through on the planet is not an Irish thing. Okay. It's not a Canadian thing. It's not an American thing. It's not an English thing. It's a human thing. Okay. That's really what Adronis can share relating to that, is saying, well, what about my country? No. When we look at the entirety of humanity, guys, we're looking at the entirety of humanity. We're not basing you on your country. Okay? Something very, very much like Adronis already coming through right now, saying we're not basing you on your nationality, because those are illusions, right? It's about what the world is doing in awakening, considering the magnetic anomaly that exists there, right? Or any magnetic anomaly that you're referring to. So let me bring Adronis in. He'll close in regards to this sharing, okay? And we'll take it from there. One moment as I bring him in. Terra Soul Star Sirius Adronis we are here. At this time, we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this broadcast through your internet collective consciousness. We have been asked a question relating to what you term as the area of Ireland in that particular way, relating to certain forms of magnetic anomalies. Well, you have to understand that the areas to what you would term as England or Ireland or Sweden in that way are basically nexus points. Now you will discover that there are, again, as you would say, ley lines that exist around those particular vicinities. And you have to understand that what's happening right now upon your planet is that these ley lines, as you would say, are actually being supercharged. So if you're looking at the ley lines of your planet, and even if you go out through, shall we say, some form of detectors that may be able to detect magnetic energy along these ley lines, you may notice that they are, in that sense, increased. And so there is, in that sense, a greater heat, as it were. A heat that is not heat, but basically a greater intensity, a greater temperature rising on an etheric level, representing your planet right now. So yes, there are certain forms of intersections of magnetic anomalies that are coming together, but they are not anomalies, they are folds. And these folds, in that sense, are basically gapping themselves between other particular realities, right? So they are fabrics. They are fabrics of space-time, time-space, that are folding upon themselves. Whenever you have certain forms of magnetic anomalies, you have other dimensional integrations taking place upon your planet at the same time. Very similar to how some may understand how they go into worlds that may encompass the Fae. Because these happen through folds. These can happen through certain points of the day. through the idea of the early morning, just before dawn, or high noon, or the aspect of dusk, or midnight. And that again, there are certain lunar phases that can, in that sense, work together magnetically, energetically, as again opening to some of these particular folds, which means that there is a amalgamation taking place here. There are other aspects of fabrics of dimensions between other worlds that are intersecting and coagulating together with your own world. We have termed this as the amalgamation effect. And that is exactly what's happening upon your planet. So again, there are certain charged pockets upon your planet right now that are endeavoring to harmonize these particular folds that are taking place. Because as we stated, there is a very large charge, a great large voltage of energy that is surging through the ley lines at this particular capacity right now that will bring about these folds and these dimensional shifts. And this again integrates itself into the technology of your own planet on a natural technological level, just like the idea in that sense of neurons. Basically getting new thought forms coming upon the planet through the integration of these new dimensional folds that are coming in specifically in areas or pockets of your planet that again is therefore packing these new neurons through the technology of the Earth ship, the Earth vessel, as it were, the Earth plane. So you are therefore receiving a greater upgrade as this is taking place. As Brad has stated, it's not about the idea of a certain peoples. It's not the idea of a certain culture here that in that sense hold the responsibility. In fact, many of you are completely oblivious to what is actually happening right now. So how can you in that sense be of assistance when you don't really know what's going on? You're playing your own roles in effect to where you know you are needed, to where you are aware that something is transpiring. But what we have just told you, many of you may not be aware of. So you would not be able to work with that. And you do not need to work with that. Those that are appointed into the understanding of these principles will be the ones that work together with that, despite their nationalities, despite their cultures. Yes, your planet is going through a great awakening right now. It's exactly why 2020 has been the intense year that it has been. Because when you're looking at the year of 2020 and everything that's taking place, you are looking at the idea where truth is becoming so prominent that, again, it can no longer be avoided. Any particular form of camouflage, any particular form of secret, anything that has been concealed in the shadows is going to be pulled out of the shadows. This is why it's termed as the year of exposure. Everything's going to be exposed. Everything happening to you personally and collectively upon the planet is being pulled out. You can't hide it anymore. This is going to intensify in the years to come. When you're moving into 2021, it's still going to be a very intense year. All right? We're not saying that to intimidate or scare any of you, but it is still going to be a very, very strong, intense year because there's still a lot of work to do. It's not about thinking, 2020 was intense, but the rest of the years ahead will be fine. No. They're going to continue to be intense. This is why 2021 is termed as the year of transition. Systems are going to die. Systems are going to perish. You are going to witness the pillars of many systems upon your planet fall to the ground and shatter. Now, we will be talking about that later in November of your time, but this again is just what we're giving you a little bit of a heads up regarding. There's a lot of things taking place upon your planet that are waiting to be unveiled. A certain person has their hands on the rope, they will pull the rope, the blinds will open, and you'll see a lot more coming out. We would also state that the idea of your COVID-19 will basically reach the state of a climax around the time of the end of this year. All right? Many of you have also talked about medical beds in that particular way through the idea of what we have termed as well too as these operational forms of technology that do work on the quantum level. Look at that on the rise around the time of 2033 forwards. All right? So around 2033, you may start to see introductions to that phase taking place a little bit more. All right? But as Brad has shared as well too, we also agree that in regards to what's happening right now, there is going to be a convenience of medical technology. This is going to be introduced, very similar to what you understand as your alternate forms of energy, such as your solar, such as your wind, such as your tidal in that sense. These original alternative forms of technology are now moving more so into the mainstream in regards to energy sources. Very similar in regards to what you are conveniently associated together with pertaining to known medical technology is going to become, as you would say, more sleek. It is going to become more refined. It is going to become more available to people. In that sense, this is what's going to significantly reduce your costs in that way. So these are not the medical beds that have been shared relating to, as you would say, above top secret personnel. Those beds will start to introduce themselves, and again, the phase to when this could happen, as the momentum is now, would be around 2033 onwards. All right? We thank you very much for this interaction. We will now conclude and return to the conduit. Goodbye for now. All right. Thank you, Adronis, and thank you very much, everybody, for your questions today. So we will go ahead and wrap up. Thank you again for being a part of the webcast today. I'll be back next week, next Friday, for another New Earth Teachings webcast as well too. And again, once again, another reminder: Adronis Galactic Humans, Humanity's Future Among the Stars, happening Sunday, October 25th at 12 p.m. Pacific. Again, just go to newearthteachings.com and you can register. Click on this poster that you see there. All right. Thank you again, guys. Have a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you next week. Some more videos are coming. The Earth Intelligence Report will be coming this weekend as well, too. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again in another perspective of now. Take care.